Hey YouTube, Shinobi here with a review of the S.H.Figuarts Super Shinken Red from Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. American folk or Power Ranger fans will know this as Super Red Ranger from Power Ranger Samurai. But this is a Japanese release, and even the American release still had Shinkenger all over it. Sure. Takeru Shiba, Super Shinken Red, yada yada. Box is a nice mix of red and white to go along with the whole coat motif. Super Shinken Red comes with the Mougyuu Bazooka, the Shinkenmaru, the Inroumaru, Shodophone, fun stuffs. So, for those of you that have the original Shinken Red, as seen right here, it is pretty much the same figure, except with a new body to match the whole coat thing. The coat itself, down here, is a separated piece. You split it off at the waist, and this will just pop up, kind of like the skirts for the Shinken girls and the Gokai girls. But the entire body up here, the midriff section right there, and then the upper body is all sculpted with the coat in. So the coat is not a separate piece. So for those hoping that they would have a super mode effect part set to do any of the Shinkengers as super mode, nope. Not going to happen. At least, probably not going to happen. So, that being said, the figure is still pretty nice. Obviously, the main gripes with Shinken Red are still prevalent, with this red piece being a little bit different color than the rest of the red. However, when you have the shoulder pads in place, creates shadows, and you can't really notice. It's not really that big of a deal. They do still have the weird shoulders that it looks like the Deca Rangers are going to have. But really, the shoulder isn't all that bad upon closer inspection and things like that. It's still not the best shoulder, but it's certainly not bad. I'm not going to bother complaining about it anymore. It's not really worth it. The shoulder pads for the Super Mode vest are on a really intricate hinge system. So you can raise them all the way up like this for some odd reason if you want to. But they wouldn't really hinder articulation too much. Obviously you can't go straight back or else things like that happen. So the figure is still kind of a bit finicky. The legs look a little bit long. The body is just very thin in general. But the coat is nicely detailed. The back is tempographed on fairly well. It could scratch off with enough play wear. But if you're gentle enough, I don't think you really have to worry about it. There's a paint nick right there in the back of my coat, but again, that's not particularly a big deal either. These are pliable, so you can still get a lot of leg movement without hindering it. However, if you do have these in a folded position long enough, they probably will stick like that, so you want to be careful. Other than that, it's got the typical double joints here and here, and swiveling everywhere that there's always swivels. So, particularly, there's nothing new or crazy about this release. But overall, it's fairly nice. It does come with a number of pretty nice accessories. And his knees, or his hips were kind of weird. But anyway, as I said, he comes with the Shinkenmaru, looking pretty nice as usual. We've seen this a number of times already between the other Shinkengers. The Inroumaru, which opens up and has some pretty nice detailing in there, as you can see. And that does clip right onto the Shinkenmaru. Just like that. It slides on, not clips on. I'm stupid. You have the Mougyuu Bazooka, which looks pretty cool, actually. It's got the whole sliding horns. It can go all the way back like that, even though it never does that in the show. So you got the standard mode and then the combination for the Super Mougyuu Bazooka. This latch opens up to allow the Shinkenmaru to slot right in. And I will show it off in a second, because that's how I'm going to pose Shinken Red. It does come with the Shodophone, even though the Shodophone in the pouch is always visible and thus creates paradoxes. He still comes with one. The Saishuu Ougi Disk for the Mougyuu Bazooka, and the Super Disc for the Inroumaru to activate the super mode. For hands, we have a number of hands here. Room, that's cool. So the Saishuu Ougi just does slot right in to the Mougyuu Bazooka to use as its ammo case, because that's how you activate it. And the Inroumaru can hold both of these discs. So the super disc can slot right in, close it up, and the Saishuu Ougi Disk can go right in there as well. So plop that in there, close that up, slide this onto the Shinkenmaru, slide the super disc onto the hilt. Only the discs that are compatible with the Shinkenmaru can fit in the Inroumaru since they're to scale. So the disc on the Recadizanto and the water arrow and things like that won't fit because they are bigger than the other discs. So you have to keep that in mind, that the only ones you'll be able to use in here are the super disc, the normal attack disc, and the Saishuu Ougi Disk, I believe. And this just slots right in, close that up, and you have the Super Mougyuu Bazooka. So pretty cool, I think. We'll go ahead and find the hand for holding the Mougyuu Bazooka. Fiddle with this until it works properly. Just like that. Now you have battle ready Shinken Red. So pretty nice. You can also do like the pose on the back of the box with the Super Shinkenmaru and the Mougyuu Bazooka separate. So you can do all sorts of fun things. And again, here are the two figures for comparison, but like I said, they are pretty much identical, sans the remolded body to include the coat. And the white lines on Super Shinken Red's helmet are a little bit less prominent as well. I don't know if that's just a case on mine or whether that's everyone's, but that is the case there. So overall, I do enjoy it. I love the Shinkenger suits quite a bit. And as much as I don't particularly like this as a power-up because it's just a coat, it really didn't add too much, the figure itself does pull it off really nice. The white used in the coat is a nice glittery, pearly white, kind of like those used in D.Art's Rokusho. So it looks really nice. It's not particularly flat white or anything like that. It does have a nice sheen to it, and it looks really impressive. Plus the combination of the Shinkenmaru, the Inroumaru, and the Mougyuu Bazooka to make the Super Mougyuu Bazooka looks really cool in a figure form too. So I have to give it props for that. Chances of this one coming to America, I don't honestly know. Red and blue were brought over by Bandai of America, not Bluefin. Mostly because Japan had a lot of leftover stock of those, and Samurai's airing right now, so they wanted to see how well it would sell. Judging by how well they did sell, I think there's a chance we could see the Super Shinken Red figure, should Japan have a lot of stock left over again. But I wouldn't bet on it completely. He is really easy to find on import stores like AmiAmi, HLJ, Hobby Search, eBay. eBay's got some pretty nice prices on Figuarts, and things like that. So there's tons of outlets for you to find this guy, and probably for right around the same price you would buy him from the $35 price tag at Toys R Us. So if you want the figure, I wouldn't really wait and kind of take your chances. I would just go ahead and pick it up if you want it. Really nice figure overall, and I do definitely recommend it if you're a fan of Shinkenger and a fan of the Super mode in particular. So you can check out ShukenShubby.com for latest updates on my reviews and hauls, and of course check out RidersRangersandRebels.com, bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. So take care, have a great one.